Bucket list. For you strong women out there, keep your head up. It only get better. Let's go. She had pretty brown eyes, body in mint condition. Everybody tried to holler at shorty, she wouldn't listen. Time passed, yo. Now she get better. Let's go. Typical story, there's no dad, 6 kids, yo. 5 baby daddies, I ain't judging you, we loving you. I'm just shedding light on your struggles, boo. See, you a beautiful black queen and probably ain't gonna take the vaccine and looking for love, so you let niggas smash the box and call them dirty dogs when really you a nasty fox. Acting all that, living in the nasty spot, thinking she class me. You ask me, she a thought. This is for the ladies that be hustling every day. You riding with you, got me forever, you my sister, you my never let the disrespect get on me, call your body, you man. We ain't even call out your name, we just being immature. We ain't even know the same. Yo, shout out to lashes and edges. We love hood chicks, they could survive in the desert, withstand any weather. And if it's for the sea, shit, they'll take any measure. The least I could do is shout you out, that's my pleasure. I'm thinking about my daughters and my mother, cause I love them. I'm thinking about Monique, LaShawn and my cousins. I'm talking about my ex and my lady now. Seeing the lack of respect, and it's crazy how they paint the angry black woman when it's really smiles. They gave swag to the world, yet they silly style. This for Coretta Scott King, may she rest in peace. And my grandmother, unapologetically. This word. This is for the ladies that be hustling every baby girl, we're riding with you. You riding with you, got me forever, you my sister, you my never let the disrespect get on your body, you man. We ain't even call out your name, we just being immature. We ain't even know the same. This is for the ladies that be hustling every day. Let's go. Baby girl, we're riding with you. You riding with you, got me forever, you my sister, you my never let the disrespect get on your body, you man. For you strong women out there, keep your head up. Yes. That's right. I wanna give in to you. I remember the first time I seen her. Legs like Tina, ass like Serena. The way she walk when she strut ain't seen Nina. And when she talk, got a slick boss demeanor. I had to meet her, thinking how should I greet her. Before I knew it, she dipped off in the Beamer. Damn, I missed her. She was a bad little diva, chocolate sister. I'm out bad, now I'm leaving. Fast forward, popping about a couple weeks. On some random shit, seen her walking up the street. I pulled up on her, said why you miling up your feet? She started smiling, said I was wild and nigga sweet. Would you mind, cause it's fine, take a ride with me. Maybe we could talk, go get a drink in privacy. That's of course, if you can make some time for me. Cause in the course is really where I'm trying to be. Let's go. Nah, man, yeah. I wanna give in to you. Yeah. I got your attention. Hey yo, Next morning and now she making breakfast. Let me smash on the first night, but I respect that. We was reckless, had sex unprotected. Plan B plus the doc said no infection. Had her own bag and ain't need no possession. Oh, should've seen us. Our chemistry, we connected. A year go by, now we're moving out of state. She said I should wait, and I'm making a mistake. I think the distance put a strain on the shit. Cause every other week she on the plane out this bitch. She throws shots, but I know it's pain in the clip. Especially now, she said she about to have my kid. I should've known by the things she was doing, but I'll support her in anything she pursuing. I can't change the past, but my love's unconditional. Feels good to put this on a song you can listen to. Let's go. Sometimes just gotta get into it. Let's go. Let's go.
I wanna give in to you.
Yo, we're back. Hey, what up? Can you hear me? One more time. We up in this thing, like Granny said. We up in this motherfucker. I told you back to back, like Drake. We back to back now. Tuesdays and Wednesdays and possible Thursday. We in this building, man. What's up, man? We gonna get.
I'm up in this thing. Hey, Granny.
King Glam in the building. King Glam, CEO of the Truth Troll Nation, aka Truth Tellerville. Truth Teller Ave, Truth Teller Block Lane, Street, Broad, whatever you want to call it. And to my right of me. Hello?
Dana Nod. Hi, y'all.
We got a special. It's not even a special guest. This is a regular. She's gonna be coming on a lot. We're gonna talk some dating tips, and please share this live if you're watching. Unfortunately, I can't join IG because my IG's been blocked for a little while. So we'll get into that. How that happened. I don't know how, but we'll get into that. But we're gonna bring our guests on. She got she got some stuff to talk about. This is gonna be a regular. She's gonna pop up, every week or every other week for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, and we're gonna chat it up with her. And I want y'all to share some advice, whatever experience or what you want to talk about. She's here to give her feedback, her perspective. Let's bring her on. Hey,
the
champ is here. What up?
What's up, y'all? Happy hump day. I'm on a good day. We love that.
Hump day.
Relationships everywhere. Get you a little hump on. What's up? Happy Wednesday. Thank y'all for having me. Yeah, you know what? I heard what you said. I'm definitely not considered a guest anymore. I'm part of the
Nah,
fam.
you fair.
No,
Yeah, I can't keep introducing you. I can't even introduce you anymore. I just gotta say April here. We back. We back with April.
That's right. So listen, I'm just sipping on some water with lemon. Try to be cute, but I really wanted a little cocktail. But trying to
Come
stay.
on now, April. I need you later on the show, man. You gotta get the cocktail. Wait, I brought a friend with me too. Hold on. Hey, all the way from the kitchen.
Oh, he got a blueprint today.
All the way from the kitchen is the vodka man.
The blue cup boy. Okay.
Blue cup boy, yeah. I'm blue out. No cripping, but I'm cripping. I ain't cripping. I'm sipping. We in the booth.
Okay. I
like that. So what are we talking about today? What is on the agenda?
Well, what do you first of all talk about what you're dropping? Something dropped today. I need you to talk about it.
Yes, I have to talk about that. Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity. Well, today, ladies, primarily ladies, gents, this is for you too. We dropped the Marriage Magnet Masterclass. Marriage Magnet Masterclass. What is it? The Marriage Magnet Masterclass is a masterclass specifically and primarily for women who are female entrepreneurs or corporate queens, women who are busy building their empire, growing their business, climbing that ladder of success, and want lasting love and commitment, but don't have time for the games and don't know where to meet quality men who are on the same page as them. So today we launched the Marriage Magnet Masterclass, and it is to actually show you how to attract men who are on your level. Because let's be real, you can find somebody, right? But you don't want just somebody. You want your person. You want somebody who is actually digging in the trenches with you, who is actually building his empire, somebody that can show you love and support and just give you all of the things that you need outside of those financial needs.
Woof.
That sounds good.
That is something that every lady needs. Absolutely. Find like-minded thing. Like-minded people got to meet up with each other, right?
Definitely. You should, right? Listen, let me make y'all laugh. I had a girlfriend a long time ago, and she was funny. She was always saying crazy things. Well, one of the things that she said was crazy, but I mean, it was real. She was like, listen, April, listen. She was like, she was like, somebody that smokes weed can't be with a crackhead. A crackhead got to be with a crackhead. I was like,
oh. Holy shit.
That's true. You got to be. It's not like you said. It's not on the y'all not focusing on the financial level, but it's
right.
It's different levels. You have the emotional level. You have it's different ways to connect to someone, and being financial, like someone taking care of you, is not the only way to connect with them.
It's not the only way to connect. And you know what? Nowadays, it's like that's kind of getting lost, right? Because when you think about it. No, we're not all about the money. No, we don't need somebody to take care of us either. But I mean, having somebody that can bring something to the table financially is great. But nowadays, we are the ones, ladies, that is getting to the bag. We got our own money, not just money. We got more money. So running behind a man or chasing a man just because they have that money is not really going to work out for you in the long run, especially if you are somebody that likes to have your own.
That's true.
Absolutely. No woman wants an allowance, right, April?
I mean, I love a good allowance. That's not what I'm saying, right?
No, you don't want to get caught up in that lifestyle, and then one day when the man is just like, and then you cuddle up, do something, and you like,
right? Y'all still waiting to exhale. Y'all remember that pivotal moment, that scene? We don't want to be those ladies.
We burning the car. Oh man, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, but before they burned the car up, the reason why she burned the car up was because she built that man up, helped him get to whatever level he wanted to achieve. She was a homemaker, housewife, was dependent on him for everything, and he ultimately played her.
Damn. Don't get played, make you stronger, April. Don't a little play just make you stronger as a person. I mean,
no, we're not going to entertain that.
Finally.
There's something about getting played that just makes a woman want more. You know what I mean?
No,
it makes you
a wife for so long. Absolutely not.
It just helps.
Absolutely not, right? Exactly.
Scout the competition. I mean, scout the what you were looking for a little bit.
So it's going to make you stronger if you smart, right? So that you'll never go down that road again. But if you're not so smart, then you'll be back. You know what they say? If you haven't learned the lesson, you'll be back to repeat it.
Like,
so we want you to learn the lesson early.
Learn your lesson.
Exactly. So yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm excited about it. And the reason why I decided to come up with this particular masterclass is because I know that high achieving women are super busy. High achieving women feel like, you know what, they don't want to depend on a man, but they do want love and companionship. High achieving women, like a lot of the listeners and viewers, you guys, you want somebody who is actually not only on your level, but is somebody that is actually ready to commit. Because there's a lot of guys that, you know, want to go with you and want to hang with you and spend your time and everything, right? But they are not ready to commit. They're not ready to commit. So that's why I'm calling it marriage magnet, so that you attract men who are actually ready for commitment. Not necessarily marriage just yet, right? But somebody that is walking down that path of marriage. Because listen, when you're dating, it's hard out here dating. So you could have a lot of different relationship roadblocks, like you're unable to trust. That could be stopping you from being vulnerable, and you might be leery about, you know, even getting into love again. You could have trouble balancing success as well as your personal happiness. So your personal happiness meaning, you know, companionship. You are doing all the things wonderful at work, right? But you do want to come home to somebody. You could also, just because you're high achieving, guys, it doesn't mean that you don't have those negative thoughts, right? So negative thinking may sink in, like, I'll never find somebody. All the good men are taken. They might not like me because of my age, my weight, my baggage, just all of those things that can kind of sink in. So with this masterclass, we are demystifying the myth, and we're going to cut to the meat and potatoes of how you can actually reach your relationship goals in life and in love.
I like that.
What is it? A book? What is it? A masterclass? Is it a seminar? Do you have to pay to get the? What is it? Is it a manual? Is it a seminar?
Yes, that's a good question. So it is a live virtual class. So it is 3 hours on a Saturday. So Saturday, May the 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It is a live virtual class. And the reason why I did it that way for 3 hours is because some of my courses and workshops, they go every week for like 6 to 8 weeks, right? But if you're busy, you don't have time to consistently show up every week, even though you want to, but that just may be hard. So if you're able to just carve out 3 hours, Saturday, May the 18th, you'll be getting a lot of information, and you'll walk away with things that you can actually implement immediately to get to that next level. And the good thing, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I never do this, but the good thing is that the masterclass is only $50.
I want the truth.
$50. So if you can invest $50 as well as 3 hours, it's definitely absolutely going to change the trajectory of how you spend your summer 2024.
This sounds worth it.
Definitely is. So you guys, if you guys want to register, all of my ladies listening, if you want to register, definitely do that right now. Go to marriagemagnet.aprilcarter.com. marriagemagnet.aprilcarter.com.
So what are they going to walk away with? Like, as far as the experience, what are they going to gain from this? Like,
that's a good question. So outside of just the personal knowledge that you'll receive from understanding who you are a little bit better, well, much better actually, they'll actually walk away with being able to identify high achieving men. The reason why that is important is because looks could be deceiving, right? So sometimes you equate high achieving men with appearance, right? And it's not always the case. So just because somebody may be dressed nicely, that doesn't mean that he still has goals that he's reaching. It doesn't mean that he is actually a kind-hearted person. It doesn't mean that he is actually high achieving in the full spectrum, not just looks, right? So I want you guys to get out of the notion that high achieving men wear it on their sleeve. That is not the case. So I want you to start putting on some different type of goggles so that you can see and identify who these high achieving men are that are genuinely seeking meaningful relationships. Another thing you'll walk away with, ladies, when you register after the class is you'll discover who you are. I'm going to say that again. You'll discover who you are and how you can actually position yourself to meet men that are right in your community. So we get lost in the sauce. We start taking on a lot of these different type of identities. We take on our social media identity, our work identity, our motherhood identity. We have so many different identities in our hats, right? But when you peel off the layers, once you start peeling, you'll be like, wow, this is who I really am. This is what I like. This is what I hope to achieve. So you get to know yourself a little bit better. You'll also be able to date with confidence. So I know that word is kind of like a stickler, right? A lot of people feel like they have confidence, but confidence is just more than, putting on a cute outfit. Confidence is like removing your limiting beliefs, the things that are holding you back, removing that negative self-talk that is causing you to actually sabotage your love life.
The motivation is good, April, but what about the aesthetics? What are you doing about that? Because that is a bigger part of just the mentality. That's one, but the aesthetics plays a big part of finding someone or attracting someone. Do you address that? Can you help someone in that field?
Yeah, well, let's first of all, before you get to the aesthetics, it's all about your mindset, right? So we are coming hard with the mindset, because if your mindset is not focused on being a better you and building confidence, it doesn't matter what the aesthetics looks like. Because the aesthetics, even though the outside will look nice, the inside will have you still attracting men who aren't any good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Whew.
You will still attract men who are not where you want to be in life. You will still attract, it happens every day. Look at all the IG women, the IG models, and you read about their relationships, and it's like, dang, why did she even go with him? Why did he even go with her? Because they look nice on the outside, but internally they are suffering. So yes, we do address certain things, right? And that's just the basic.
Wow.
Yeah, that is true. People can be beautiful, look good on the outside, but very, very ugly on the inside. And that's where the true person is at, on that inside.
Right, exactly. And you have things like low self-esteem, insecure. So when you have low self-esteem and are insecure, that means you'll allow anybody to treat you any kind of way.
Yeah.
That means you can be mentally abused, physically abused, and you'll still continue to show up in that relationship. So the outside aesthetics, yes, that's great. That's cool and everything, right? But I want you to be able to, before we even go there, I want you to be able to understand who you are within and build that confidence internally. And then, of course, absolutely, we do have things to focus on that aesthetics, because the aesthetics is easy. That's easy. You could get some clothes, you could put on some lipstick, even if you don't lose weight, right? So let's say you kind of thick, right? Even if you don't lose weight, there's somebody that likes you at every shape. So you can actually put on clothes, put on hair, put on lips, put on eyelashes to look beautiful. The weight is not a problem, right? For some, the weight may not be a problem, but I want to go a little bit deeper. So that's what we're going to be doing to help you create new connections with those new skills and that mindset, so that you attract like-minded men.
I want the truth.
Woo. You hear that?
I like that.
Is this for men too? Can men join? Or is this a woman thing?
No, this is just for my ladies. This is just for my female entrepreneurs, whether you have a side hustle, a full-time entrepreneurship role, whether you're corporate America, you're going to work every day. So these are for my ladies who have goals and ambitions.
Oh, wow. So you don't got goals and ambitions, you can't be a part of this.
If the person doesn't have goals and ambitions, she probably wouldn't even be in their algorithm. So.
Right. It'll go over their head. That means they don't even really want it. So for a person that doesn't have goals and ambitions, this is what will happen. Excuse me. This is what will happen. You will actually sign up for the course. You pay the money, but one, you may not show up. And two, you may not stay on for the whole 3 hours. And three, most importantly, you will not implement what you learn. So to avoid wasting your time and my time, I'm looking for those ladies who have impacted their lives already and who have somewhere that they want to go.
She's not just here just for y'all to give her your money. She wants you to actually take her wisdom and her knowledge and put it to use. Come in with a notepad and a pen and take notes.
Yes. Take notes. We're going to have some useful tools for you as well, so that you'll be able to download. So you won't even have to work that hard, but you will have to work hard on the back end to actually implement what I'm actually telling you.
And that working that she's saying that you have to work hard on is working on yourself. So you know, you it's a win-win.
Definitely a win-win. I mean, this is very important. I think all ladies need to do this because when you look at relationships, it's time consuming. But when you got somebody, a middle person that can help you cut that time and get you the information that's gonna get you where you need to be, it's so important. Like that's why April is very important because ladies, y'all gonna be, you could be 60 and still never find Mr. Right. Like, but when you got somebody to help you cut time, down, it's very important, right?
It is super important. And just think about everything that you have help for, right? We have fitness coaches that help you get your body in shape. We have people like myself, relationship coaches. We also have financial coaches. We have coaches for everything. We have nutritionists. So we have somebody that can help us get from point A to point B faster. So you've been doing it on your own for a long time, and that's not really working out for you. So if you've been doing it on your own for a long time, get some help to help you reach your goal quicker in a shorter amount of time with the best results. Because one of the things that I've learned throughout my journey in life is that when you actually, just go through the relationships or just life in general by yourself, you can only take yourself as far as you can go. You can only take yourself as far as the knowledge that you already have. It's like you trying to teach yourself, but you only know but so much. And what you know has taken you down the path or has as far as it can already take you. Hey, thank you for joining. As far as it can already take you.
Isn't
so
that
having a professional help you get you to where you want to be? I mean, how do you think the rich people continue to get rich? They have financial advisors. They have real estate advisors. They do not do it alone. And the reason why I'm bringing up millionaires and billionaires is because they're on to something. They learn that in order to get to your goal, you have to have help. They don't clean their own homes. Why? Because it's costing them time and effort when they can be focused on something else. The same thing with you guys. If you want to actually reach your goal, yes, YouTube is there. We have all of these different avenues, but think about the time that you're wasting looking and researching. I have already done the work for you.
I want the truth.
It sounds like you will also be a good stop before
marriage.
Women start to do like the speed dating and the internet and social media dating too.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a great point. The reason why I'm actually a relationship coach today is because I initially just started having events. I used to have events for singles, right? So, and it was just singles events, right? So when I was out at these singles events, one thing that I noticed is that people were dating and meeting, right? But after that, that was it. They didn't know how to communicate. They didn't know how to choose the right person. They didn't know how to actually make it last. They were just speaking with people just for the moment of having a good time. But I wanted people to actually build and grow in their relationships because I feel like strong relationships build strong families create strong children create healthy communities, and then it spreads out into the world. So we all have to just kind of like do our part, and relationships is definitely at the forefront of happiness, communities, and just overall well-being. Just think about the families who have both a mother, a father, that are really in love and respect each other. The neighborhoods are totally different. Everything is just different when you have love in the household.
Exactly.
That's true. And excuse me, that is a piece to the puzzle because, okay, it's been years, now we can work, we can make money, we can be entrepreneurs. Now let's be lovers. Like, now let's find a companion. And then and then, like you said, build, and then it all boils down to building a strong community for a stronger future. So I love it. I love the idea.
Yeah, well, thank you. So hopefully you guys will be able to register or definitely share it with somebody that might need it, because we all know somebody that knows somebody.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to put it in the chat. What is it you said? Marriage magnet.
Let me see if I can do it. It's called, I think I got it. I'm in a private chat. Let me put it in the comment. It's called Marriage Magnet. So like magnetic, like attracting. Marriage Magnet. AprilACarter.com.
Were you putting it in the stream?
She's putting it in the YouTube chat.
No, you.
I was putting it in the YouTube chat.
Okay, go ahead.
She's doing it now.
Okay.
Yes. I'm
Hey,
adding.
Noli.
No, you better start ear hustling and get that master class. And get you a man, baby.
Yeah. Get you, well, hold on. Get you a good man, okay? Get you a good man, because we could have a man. Somebody probably tried to holler at me today.
As a
You a
man,
man on your level.
start as a man.
Right.
You don't know if a man is a good man. We got to work to it. You know, you can't day one can't say he's good. You know what I mean?
Well, right,
Nah,
but it's helping you find a good man, like she said in the very beginning, a man on your level.
Right. And then you know what, y'all? We got to talk about what your level is, because sometimes we think we up here, but really we right here.
Absolutely. Flow it up. Oh, hey, people probably flow it up slow. Flow. Flow, you ain't got a man.
Right. And
Yeah, so
that,
I'm super excited.
Daddy girl, we popping up in here. All right, daddy girl, good looking. Thanks for pulling up.
That's like the ladies who think that
ladies' night tonight.
Well, I make money, so I'm not cleaning, I'm not cooking, I'm not doing anything. I'm not, or Valentine's Day and holidays are for women, not for men.
Gosh, I hate that one.
You got to expound on what you're saying as a comment. I don't. What do you mean by that comment?
No, I need a man to take care of me. If I stay home and I cook and I clean, then he gonna stay home and he gonna take care of me. And by like there are different levels, and everybody does think that they up here because they're money or because they're good homemakers, but you gotta balance that out.
Yeah, we gotta balance it out, and then we gotta get back to the real of relationships, right? Nowadays, we're talking about things that don't even matter in the heart of a relationship, like going to where was it? Cheesecake Factory versus Steak and Shake or Shake Shack or just whatever. Like that. That's not really what's important when you're looking for a quality companion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello? It's not.
Absolutely.
It really isn't. And again, if you get someone on your level,
April, did you send this in the chat? Because I don't see this.
I did. It bounced out. It didn't let me post. It says it has failed to post to Truth Be Told. So,
you know what? I was having that issue before too. I think it's the .com.
Yeah, I think when you promoting stuff, it's like spam.
Yeah, don't put the .com. We just have to read. We just have to keep repeating that part. Just put
It's just we're promoting a master class about women with opportunities where they can find men and men like-minded minds to get together. She's a relationship expert, and she has a master class, and we're talking about the class, and we're just talking relationships in general. So if you have a question, chime in, ask a question. If you have a relationship question, I don't know if you're married, single, join in. All right, I got it.
All right.
Okay, so Dada's girl, she says she's confused about the discussion. And then another question she says is, I think she's talking to somebody.
I don't know how to pin that though. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to pin it. I'll do this. Bong. Right there.
Yes, I can stay right there. Yep, good.
Oh, she says, is this because of your profession is why you think this way?
Yeah, it's kind of bro. I don't know what that means. I told you to expound on that. I don't know.
Exactly. Okay, so expand on that, Dada's girl. Expand on that. Is why do I think what way that households
we were talking about something when they left that comment, but I can't remember what it was. But Glam did ask for them to expand on that. But so let's talk about levels.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so levels are, I mean, we all think we're on a certain level. I think I'm on a certain level, right? You think you on a certain level, right? So you feel like some people.
How do you create levels? Is it education? Is it salary? You can have all of those good traits and still not be on the level of someone else that might be just smarter than you, more articulate than you. They might have more to bring to the table because you got plaques and degrees. Someone might have common sense, have street knowledge, and can bring more to the table than you can. You just can't.
It's all of those things. So when you think of levels, I want you to go back to the Bible and just chalk it up to being equally yoked.
Okay.
Equally yoked.
Okay.
Are we compatible? Do we have similarities? Do we share the same core values? So money is not a determination, although for some it can be, right? But if you just focusing on money, that means money will make you move. And we all seen how money makes people move. And that means you could be moving a whole lot of ways, which compromise who you really are.
Backwards, upside down, all different ways. Yeah.
Doing a whole bunch of things that are not, of integrity. And if you are wanting to be like a stand-up type of woman, a stand-up type of guy who is changing the trajectory of your life and want a better result, then of course there's going to be certain things that you kind of have to leave where you want to leave them, and that means allowing money to dictate how just how you move. So you asked about plaques, right? You asked about degrees. So for somebody who has gone to post grad, right, grad school, doctorates, all of those things, he or she may not feel as though somebody with a GED or a high school diploma is on their level. However, when you have the conversation of where they want to go in life, plus what they are actually doing, because it's not just lip service, plus what they are actually doing, then you can kind of look at it as a different perspective, because everybody started somewhere. So first you have to decide what is the level that you're looking for, right? And then decide what your compromises are. So you guys know I always do the WNDC method, and that's in my book, Compatible Companion, coming up on 5 years, y'all, May 17th. So y'all could cop that too.
I want the truth.
Right. So with the Compatible Companion book, we talk about going back to the basics, understanding what it is that you want in a relationship. We use the WNDC method. What is it that you want? Because you'll be surprised as to how many times we end up in these relationships and we didn't even ask ourselves the important questions. You just go with somebody because you like them, they like you, they look good, you look good, so now y'all together. You don't know what he wants out of life. You don't know what you want out of life. You don't know his hopes, dreams, vice versa. So you got to understand your wants. What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel secure? What are your wants in the relationship? And then you have to understand what your needs are. So your needs are going to be different than your wants. What do you need in a relationship to feel safe? And then your D is, not that D, ladies, but it's the deal breakers. We could put that D underneath that, right? That could be a deal breaker.
That's the silent
deal breaker for some, right?
That's
what are your deal breakers? Okay. What are your deal breakers? Because when you are in a relationship, you don't know sometimes what your deal breakers are until you get in that relationship and he's breaking the deal, right? But if you know about these things prior to, you will know who you'll be able to date, right? Because if somebody is coming to the table with certain things that you don't agree with up front because you've done your WNDCs, you won't even get involved. One of the quotes that I hate is, you can't help who you love. Yes, you can. You can help who you love by not even getting into, that situation with them from the beginning. Y'all heard that before, right? Like, girl, I can't help who you love. I love him. You can't help who you. Yes, you can. You can't help who you love.
That's by not getting into the situation if you already peeped the red flag, but if you're already in the situation and shit continues to happen, like you usually get that from women who are being abused or women who are being cheated on.
Right.
And it's like, what do you mean you can't help who you love? How are you loving a cheater or a liar, an abuser?
Yeah, and because most of the time they started from the beginning, started showing signs. They started showing signs from the beginning. Sometimes, they have this thing called love bombing where they love bomb you. But ladies, y'all gotta be smart. We gotta be smart and use our common sense. If it doesn't look good, feel good, doesn't seem right, use your discernment, because 9 times out of 10 it's not right.
Usually women see the good in men and then they just get turns bad. So they always keep that good part in their head.
Well, that's not true, because a lot of the women that I work with middle-aged women who are late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and even 70s, right? So when you've gotten to that point in life, you've seen some things and you know some things. So your guard is up. It's kind of like, your heart a little bit, right? So the opposite is true. You don't allow anybody to get near you. You don't allow anybody to get to your heart. You're no longer vulnerable. You don't see the good in everybody. You see the total opposite, which is the bad. And that could be like the catch-22.
Wow.
And that's similar to, that's the harder part to being insecure and being ran over and letting things happen to you continuously.
Exactly. So
or just settling and dealing with it because you don't feel like you deserve better.
Right. You don't feel like you deserve better. You feel like you're never going to find anybody else. You might as well stay with the. I hear a lot of women say, I'd rather stay with the devil I know than the devil I don't know. How about you don't need to be with no devil?
No devil at all.
You know? So I hear women say that as well. And then that means that your mindset is closed, right? So you don't think,
ladies, that's
a
question.
million years that you have even the slightest possibility of meeting somebody who is so much better than what you have right now.
You're right. And like with the levels, right? You mentioned doctorate and undergrad and things of that nature. Just because somebody has that doesn't mean that they aren't like compatible with someone with a GED. Maybe that person with a GED, they may be very intelligent, but school just wasn't their thing.
Right.
You know, and they're great entrepreneurs, or you know, they may be great in another way. It doesn't, you know, and who's to say how that person struggled or maybe didn't struggle to get through school?
Exactly.
You know, so there are levels, but it's also about what levels you're willing to accept from each other.
Correct. What levels you're willing to accept from each other. And I'm going to use your same point, right? There's a lot of people who have a GED. Some people who may not even have a degree, right? They might have started their own business, but these guys are like German electricians. These guys have built super lawn care businesses, $1 million businesses, you know, high 6-figure businesses. And the point is that they are striving every day. They're living their life of a better person, right? And not only of a better person, but of a person who wants more out of life. So you can't be complacent when you're looking for somebody who is on your level. So that's basically what that means. Finding somebody who is trying, who is exceeding, who is doing, who is walking the walk and talking the talk.
And don't get it twisted. All of y'all that's on that still level, there are people out there for you. I don't think y'all gonna do much, but
there's a ton of people for you. Definitely.
Yeah, there's a bunch of still people that's not really, you know, who doesn't want to expand and, you know, get skills or education. There's a whole lot of people out there for you, but April's not. She's not here for you. Please don't listen.
The truth.
You snort. No, there's a whole bunch of people, right? And that's kind of why people were mad at Kevin Samuels, because he was kind of keeping the ladies with their matches, right? So if you over here, then I mean, take baby steps to reach up there. I'm not saying you can't get it or it can't happen, but date on your level. That's the level, you know, just date on your level. There's somebody for everybody. Don't forget that. And y'all, your person may not be in your city. Your person may not even be in your country.
Not gonna be in your hood.
He may not be in your hood. He might not even be, you know, your race, right? So here's what we fail to realize as African American people, right? We don't want to date outside our some of us, you know, shun against dating outside of their race, right? But have you ever considered
no white meat?
Have you ever considered that your man may be West Indian, Jamaican, African, Trinidadian? There's so many different flavors of chocolate. Nationality wise. So just hey y'all, thank you for joining.
She said her business in Virginia and he's not her ethnicity.
Okay. So just make sure you expand your dating pool, because sometimes we get stuck in our actual dating pool. And it's so big. There's so many people in this world. Don't sell yourself short.
See, I don't know if y'all ever seen this meme, but the meme was, I'm out here chasing all these black men. Meanwhile, my soulmate, no. It says, I'm out here sucking all this black dick, but meanwhile, my soulmate might have pink meat.
I get the gist.
You know, so like she said, but you know, it to each his own. If you are in, you know, a data of the outsiders, there's love for everyone. There's love for everyone.
There's love for everyone, and open your heart up again. Yeah. Because when you harden your heart, you're not doing yourself any justice. Like I see a lot of people posting, oh, I'm so-and-so age, why are you not married, or you're still single? And this is, you know, they show pictures of themselves like on the yacht, traveling, all of those things are good. But guess what? When you come home, you still by yourself. When it's time for the holidays, you're still by yourself. When it's time to go to the hospital, your mom has to be the person to pick you up if your mom is able to, or whoever, your friend is. Wouldn't it be nice to have your man there with you? Your companion there with you, somebody who truly, truly loves you and values you, who is not going to leave you when you get set up at home. How many of y'all have ever been to the hospital? Your friend or somebody picks you up, they tuck you in, they put everything by your bedside, and now they gone, they left. Right?
See ya.
Call me if you need
Call
me.
me if you need me. Right.
I want the truth.
Call me if you need me, right? And we're not supposed to get with somebody just for that, but I mean, what is it? What did the vow say? Good times for better or for worse.
Better or worse. But
Those
that's
worst
right.
times, let me tell you something. The older you get, they coming. They coming more
Hello?
often.
Hello. No. And listen, even if your goal is to not get married, the goal is to have a long-term partner doing the same thing just without the paperwork.
Yeah, because not everybody wants marriage. Marriage isn't for everybody.
No.
However, I'm going to say that if marriage isn't for you, make sure it's a real reason as to why you feel that way. Don't allow it to be the thoughts of somebody else. Don't allow it to be the societal pressures. Don't allow it to be divorce money keeping you, single or not committed. Because some people don't get married because their mate is actually still married and they haven't gone through the divorce yet. Something like that is small to fix. If you want something, you will get it. Just make baby steps to making those payments. Marriage is not for everybody, but do your research and find out why it's not for you. I hate when people say, oh, well, it's just a piece of paper. Everything is just a piece of paper.
Right.
Your social security card, your birth certificate, your degrees, everything is just a piece of paper. Let's be real. But the legalities of it all is where everything differentiates.
Yeah. I mean, because the line is a little bit thicker. It's not too thin, but it's a bit thicker between a relationship and a marriage. So just know which one you want. And that's not to say that you have to know right away going into it, because some people change their minds, so
right.
April, why you think men get cold feet at the wedding? Why you think that?
Well, the same reason why women get cold feet. I know a lot of women that get cold feet. You get cold feet because there's a difference between being, with somebody for a long time and actually being tied to somebody, right? So if you're together with somebody for a long time, the moment that you say I do, for a lot of people, it's like everything changes. You feel like this sense of, just a whole bunch of weight on you, like forever, ever, and that's scary.
Yeah.
That can be scary, regardless of if you actually stayed with somebody for so long. The fact that you are actually legally tied to somebody now is super scary for a lot of people. And you know what?
Because you go from like ultimatums to like one big decision. The relationship compared to the marriage, because it's not after marriage. It's like, okay, now we got to decide if we can stay together or if we're gonna separate.
Right.
There's no more ultimatum. Like, we're not in that relationship, and we're not in a relationship. We're actually in a marriage, and a lot of things come if you have not been married. Lots of things come with being married.
Lots of things come with being married, and people are so quick to get a divorce.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you not to get a divorce, but every little thing doesn't require you to get a divorce. Just because you don't like him today or you don't like her today, that's not really grounds for a divorce. Let's talk about that for a minute. That's not really grounds for a divorce. There are a few things that I would consider grounds for a divorce for some people. That's why you got to do your deal breakers. What are your deal breakers? So a deal breaker would be something that will cause you to end the relationship or the marriage if you were married to a perfectly good, amazing person. What would that one thing be? For some people, it would be domestic violence. For some people, it would be adultery. For some people, it would be, sex, right? So just what is that one thing that you would leave the marriage for? Those would be your deal breakers, or prevent you from not even entering into the relationship.
And keep in mind, she said adultery and not cheating. It's two different things. When you're married, it's no longer cheating. It's
You'll
actually
get branded with that A. So what
Well,
questions do we have? Anybody have any questions? I'm
Any
here.
ladies, any ladies want to ask any questions? I know most of y'all ladies in here are men, so I know if they're single. I think Granny's single. Any ladies got a question? Put it in the chat room. This might save your life. And get
Well,
the
April's been communicating with Granny in the chat, but Granny, she basically said that she knows that the man, her future man, is not of her ethnicity, and she says that she believes in staying single until she gets closer to him. So Granny is taking the information in well. Adultery and cheating. Adultery is what is done is cheating while you're in a marriage, and it's against the law. And that they actually starting to push that law. You can go to jail for that.
I thought the opposite. I thought they was taking them a law away in New York. I thought you would actually cheat. Google it.
Is that why they okay, I don't know, but I could have sworn that they were pushing it.
I think they was not making it a thing anymore, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, because you know what? That kind of like that goes against the reason why people get married. If you're not going to be committed, like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
What is the point? So I want to, before I go, y'all, I want to talk about the reason why you're dating men that you don't align with. So you know how like you could be talking to somebody or a few somebodies and it's just not 100% the way you want it to be. It's because you are dating them for the wrong reasons. And those reasons are causing chaos and confusion within. So it's like that internal struggle. That's why during this marriage masterclass, this marriage magnet masterclass, that's why I'm going to kind of debunk everything. We're going to go from scratch to show you, instead of what the wrong reasons are, what the right reasons are. So some of the wrong reasons would be something that we talked about earlier, like money. You're dating the guys for money and they don't feel good. Let me tell you something. I've been in a situation where I was dating people for money or men for money, and I didn't like it. I did not like it. I did not like it. The reason why I didn't like it was because some people, not everybody, sometimes they feel like they own you. Sometimes you can't make a move without them. That's why I like having my own money. So don't let money move you or dictate your outcome of who you're going to date.
Let your own money dictate.
Yeah, let your own money dictate. Yeah. And with that, you have the power.
Exactly.
You know, so another thing that could, you know, have you dating for the wrong reasons is the pressure from society or your girlfriend. Sometimes we see a lot of our friends, family members getting married, you showing up to the wedding by yourself and you just looking at how beautiful it is, you looking at everything, and you end up with a dude who you don't even like that. Because you allowed society to actually put pressure on you. Wow. So we got to stop dating for the wrong reasons. Here's another big one. Doing too much too soon. How many of y'all have been guilty of that?
Being wifey and
right. Doing too much
not
too
even
soon.
Treating you like a girlfriend.
Ladies, don't be scared of
not even treating you like a girlfriend. Or y'all haven't even had the conversation.
Right. Yeah.
About what this is. And here goes a point for y'all, right? You know how like when you dating somebody and it's going good or whatever, a few weeks in, maybe even a month or two, and you like, what am I to you?
What are we doing?
Or what are we doing? Right. What am I to you? What are we doing? What is this? Girl, don't ever ask that question. You know why? Because you are taking the power away from yourself and giving it to him.
Yep.
Here's what you're going to do instead. Instead of asking him, what are we? What are we doing? All of those things. You're going to tell him what you're doing. You're going to tell him what you expect, and you're going to tell him how it's going to go moving forward. And you're going to get a buy-in from him. So the opposite of that would say, you'll say, John, I really enjoy spending time with you. I'm looking for a committed relationship. Is that where you are? Is that something that you want? Why? So never leave them with a closed-end question. Always leave them with an open-ended question because they could nod and agree to everything. So tell them where you are, what you want, and then the next steps with a time frame, because you'll be strung along for however long.
That is true.
Ladies, they will string you along while stringing somebody else along, and y'all both be puppets. So,
and you heard it from Glenn. What he said, that is true.
That is true.
That is true. So we don't.
I got a question for you.
That for you.
How do you feel about jail love?
Jail love? Well, I mean, jail love is homosexual love, right?
No. Woman dating a nigga in jail, and thinking that's gonna happen, or someone coming out of jail, and someone. Would you date someone that's fresh out of jail? Do you think he has potential to improve his life, or would you think that's a hard and negative, like in the past?
Well, for me personally, I said I think I'm up here, so no, I'm not doing that because
come on now,
because you gotta take care of him.
All dies in the building. Oh no, God.
There's too many people out here. But back in the day, I dated somebody, but I knew him before he went in, right? So he was doing a whole pen pal thing or whatever.
I put the number up.
So that's a little different, but to each his own, right? And that's what I'm saying. Everybody is looking for love, and that's why we gotta have that internal confidence. Because when you don't have confidence, you're looking for love in all of the wrong places. You deserve more than that. I mean, I'm not trying to get no heat from my people.
I'm about to say,
I'm just saying, as a woman of the world, meaning you're out in the world, you're not incarcerated, you deserve a little bit more. You don't have to find your man in jail. And what that says to me is that you can't hit a moving target.
Wow. That makes sense.
He's locked in. He don't have no choice. I mean, he does have a choice, but he doesn't have really any choice or capability of, being out in the world and seeing how he is in real life. He is happy to talk to you. What will determine the relationship is how he will act once he, gets out.
What?
Once he's a dog out of that fucking kennel with all the other dogs, like
calling a black man a dog.
No, I'm just saying. Once he is from, it could be a fish from a fish tank into a ocean, whatever it is. And the main thing is, ladies, you're not looking for another child or for a child to take it. Whoever is coming out of fucking jail, they need to be taken care of right away.
Right.
So that's somebody that you have to build. And some of us, we don't have time or the patience or we don't want to build anybody.
Yeah,
I don't want nobody coming straight from like what am I gonna do with you?
And that takes away from you.
Like I'm literally, we would have to take care of you.
Definitely. And that takes the focus off of you and your hopes, your goals, your dreams. Because now you got to put your stuff on pause to get my man hooked up. I mean, how many times have we done it? I'm guilty of doing it. I've done it before. Build a bear, build a boo is what I like to call it.
Build a dick.
Yeah, we have, but at a certain point when you mature and you get older and you
over it.
Yeah, that's something that you put in the past where like you and I we did that before. And and that's another way to be on another level.
Exactly. So we're done with all of that. So yes, this masterclass has tons of information. Like I said, go to marriagemagnet.aprilcarter.com for all of the details.
It's in the chat, everyone.
Oh, it's in the chat. It's right there. The information is right there. Okay. Marriage Magnet, April. I need y'all to sign up. All the women, write it down.
Yes.
Write it down. And if you guys have any relationship questions, even when we're not on air or anything like that, just slide into the DM with your relationship question. Slide into the chat, get your question to Glam and the crew because I would love to answer these on my next visit. I'm going to try to show up at least once a week to help you live your best love life.
We won't get this thing.
We like that. We love
that. We're going to have this whole room popping. We're going to save lives and bring love to you, to your doorstep, right?
But every day is something new. It's a relationship. You can have this conversation 1,000,001 times. Because there's 1,000,001 questions and it's 1,000,001 people out there. So this is a conversation that is good to have at least once a week. You have people coming in and coming out, popping in, popping out, and it's always something new.
It's always something new, definitely, especially with reality TV and just different situations, work and things like that. So okay, so we got some questions. So
go ahead, April.
I think that's Granny. Is that Granny? Can a long distance relationship work?
Yeah.
Okay. So the answer is yes. A long distance relationship can work, but keep in mind that the long distance relationship is only meant to be temporary. It's only meant to be temporary because you do fall in love with people in another side of the world or another side of the country or even maybe an hour or two away from you, right? But the reason why it's only meant to be temporary is because when two hearts are fond of each other, they want to be with each other. And the reason why they're not with each other may be some hidden factors or something else. Think about the show Catfish, right? Where these people are in relationships for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I saw one the other day. They was talking for like 10 years. That's the problem. That means that person is not really as into you as you are into them. Not saying they're catfish, but yes, relationship short answers, long distance can work, but it is only meant to be temporary. And then my next question that we have is
temporary because the goal is to eventually be together.
Right. To be together, to cohabitate, to be together. You want to be with your person because otherwise that's like you being single. If you still have to show up everywhere by yourself, you still have to take care of yourself, you still have to function in your own household, your own bills, he or she is still doing the same thing on their end as well, then that's not really, that's a relationship, but it's like you guys are talking.
Yeah, you just
now one caveat I want to add is sometimes, you know, you guys visit each other a few times a week and that's cool, but at the end of the day, it's still meant to be together in the same city at least.
Someone asks, April, how have you been married and for how many years?
Yes, I have been married twice. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I have been married twice. The last time, I'll say the final time, 14 years. Happily married, 14 years. And you know what? I learned a lot on the front end of what not to do. And that's actually how I became the certified relationship lady because, you know, I was going through it. I was definitely going through it. So I ended up, you know, finding love. A lot of my friends and family members would ask me what I did. I told them what I did. I put it in my book, Compatible Companion, and the rest is history.
All right, guys, that would be a question.
Yeah. April in the building. Go sign up for her class. When is it again? I'm sorry.
It is marriagemagnet.apralacarter.com.
Well, when's the class? Is this weekend?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is May the 18th. So it's in 2 weeks.
Oh, so you can come back and keep promoting this. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back Saturday, May the 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I see we have a financial. What if it's financial keeping you apart? If it's financial keeping you apart, that's a small excuse because you can build, you can save. Remember how we used to have layaway back in the day? You can still lay away your payments and just keep it in what we call a bank. You can still lay $50 here, $10 here, $20 here. Every little bit counts. And the quicker you guys get together, the more money you will have for each other, for your life, for just to enjoy each other together. So just set up a plan, a financial plan on how you want to achieve your goal. But there is no such thing as impossible.
And with both of you guys working on it together, it will happen faster. And the faster you guys get together, that money that y'all was saving to get together, y'all be able to spend on each other and save with each other.
Exactly. So she says layaway man. Got it. Yeah, you got a layaway man. That's okay. Listen, if you want to be with him, put that man on layaway. So thank y'all for having me tonight. I'm looking forward to coming. Bye.
We'll be back next week.
Next week, I'll be back next Wednesday for sure.
All right.
Absolutely. April, thank you so much for pulling out.
Thank you.
Y'all better start getting these tips.
About to get
You say something, April?
The marriage.
Come back. You back, April. You said something?
Oh, no, I'm just hanging up. I'm talking to my line.
Oh, okay.
Bye,
Okay, see you later. I'm about to get me a man.
You gonna get a man? That's with April. Whew. Listen, I want to have at least 20 women in here next week, so I could vent, and I'm a bash y'all. I'm gonna say, why you ain't got no man? Why you ain't got no man? I'm a.
Liam is gonna be rude. Daz, where you been?
Where you been, Daz? You want to talk to them, or you want to take a commercial break? Because you know what I got to do.
Can we take a commercial break, please?
We'll be back in 1 minute. We're gonna talk about Trump farting in jail. Trump farting in court. Trump farting in court. Trump is farting in the courtroom, and it's smelling bad. And the lawyers don't want it anymore. They want to get the fuck up out of there. So convict this nigga so I can get out of here and breathe again. I'll be right back.
MAGA, make air great again.
Oh, that's what that means?
Is that what right? That's what it means.
I want the truth.
MAGA,
Make air great again.
Make air great again. Trump is farting in court because he's scared to go. He's sleepy. They call him the Sleepy Don now. His new name is Sleepy Don. Glam don't want the smoke. What Liz talking about? What Liz talking about? Want the smoke? You said something when I was going. Well, you couldn't say that. You was a commercial break. Liz, what you talking about?
You said that you was gonna come in here when we had the ladies in here. And you was gonna go in.
Listen, I'm back. Oh, if any of y'all ladies dare come here next week with April, I'm going. If y'all ain't got no man, I'm coming for y'all. All right, I'm gonna bash y'all. I'm gonna get y'all. I'm gonna get. No, I'm not gonna do that. I apologize. I won't do that because everyone should get a man, have a man in their life. A man is a beautiful thing to have, right, ladies? Especially when they have a nice attachment with them, right? You know what I mean with attachment. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the arms. I ain't talking about the kung fu grip. I'm talking about the down low, the thing that slings.
That's nice to hear. God bless, speedy recovery.
Daz, salute you. We missed you. Every time I go on my IG DMs and I see you, I wonder where you at. So thinking about you, bro. So hope you do as well.
In our prayers.
You know what I mean? Prayers, and I'm glad you're back in the building because I need you in here, bro.
I just asked. Wasn't we just talking about him the other day behind the scenes? Just asked where he.
We could take donations for a good man for you. Granny wants to take donations for a layaway man. How much you think a good man will cost? If you could buy a good man, how much you think a good man would cost?
There's no price.
How and what is your? All right, you got five. You got three characteristics you can put in the man. What would your three characteristics be? Now listen, whatever you don't pick, the other shit is gonna be fucked up. All right, so go ahead.
What? Damn. A great personality. He doesn't have to be like college educated, but I do want him to have some kind of like learn something every day.
Learn something every day.
He has to be he has to know how to manage his finances.
So you ladies, put in the comment section what you want in a man. In the comment section, put what you're looking for in a man.
Of course, he has to look appealing to me. He has to be my eye candy.
Looks good, smart, and know how to budget his money.
Money management, yes.
Loyalty, integrity,
education or knowledge.
Let's talk to the chat room. Let's look at that stuff and let's break down that stuff.
Well, we have loyalty.
Erica wants a man that's not going to cheat. She wants integrity. She wants, and with family. No, that's two. I said three. You're going over the deep end. I said three.
Yeah,
right?
but you can't. You not Glam. It's more than three. That's why it's called a list. We have to write a list.
That's why y'all ladies can't find a good man because y'all have a list and your list is too big. You got to narrow the shit down to three things.
You cannot know at three.
Three.
You should have brought this up a few minutes ago. April would have told you cannot narrow this down to three.
Yes, you can. Today we are. It's three things. You can't have family, loyalty, integrity, discipline. Now you building somebody. No one's perfect. No one's coming to the table. I'm throwing that table over.
No.
Table. This is not Thanksgiving when you got every.
That's not building somebody though.
This is potluck.
That's what they have already. There are men and women that already come with those more than three, more than five. That's on things that's on someone's list.
Loyal. There's two definitions of loyalty. Loyalty in the sense of not cheating, and there's loyalty in the sense of being loyal to the relationship, meaning loyal to your loyal to what your wants and your needs are. So you got to specify yourself when you say loyalty. What do you mean
loyal to the person?
Exactly. That's what I said. There's two definitions of being loyal. It's not just being committed and not cheating or adultery. If you're
loyal to the person, then because under loyalty is love and respect.
Liz, this is you.
So I mean, it's only one loyalty.
Call from
those
to accept. Press 1. To send a
Daz, what up, bro?
I'm all right, bro. How you guys doing? How you got family? How you guys doing, man?
How you doing? How you feeling?
How's everybody? Much better, my man. Much better. Much in a better place now.
All right,
That's
good to hear, man. Good to hear.
Yeah,
man.
much in a better place. Yeah.
Talk about it. What we gotta talk about?
Yeah. Well, what everyone needs a man that is peaceful, that brings peace to them, that will point to them, that will pray with them, that will protect and provide and treat them nicely.
Well,
If you keep the list short and concise, you get everything you need. But if you have a long-winded list,
exactly.
everything goes lost, man. Everything goes up in smoke.
Exactly. My
But
point.
you can't tell us that we can only have 3 things when we have to have more than 3 things.
You gotta settle. Yes, you do.
Even though under
long-winded list, you cannot have a long-winded list.
Okay, but fine. But then we have to make sure that we have to choose umbrella words where the other things that we're going to say just falls under that umbrella, because there's other things that falls under protection. There's other things that falls under loyalty. So instead of saying love and respect, we could just say loyalty. Instead of saying financially stable and someone that's going to make us feel secure, then we could just say protection. So I get what you're saying. We just have to choose our words wisely, and then that narrows down the list.
Yes, because when you open the word loyalty, you have love there, you have respect there. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. You have build. You have integrity. Yeah. All those fall under loyalty. Yeah. Then when you come into being a provider, it means he has to lift you from point A to point B. He has to provide for you. He has to make sure that you're good. He must make sure that you're safe. He must make sure that you have a roof over your table. He has to make sure that you have a job. You have a good living. You're secure financially, right? When it goes on the protection, the same thing comes again. You have to make sure that you're safe. The kids are safe. You don't have to worry about anything. But when you have a long-winded list, I've got 2 daughters who are matured women now. My first and my second, one is a doctor, one is a physiotherapist, right? One is 31, the other one is 29. Right? And I tell them this. If you make a list too long, the guy will run away. Make it short, make it concise. And the guy will stick around.
Exactly.
But you can always tell a guy who's a layabout, the waste man, you can tell. If he has his own place, and his own car, and he's not ambitious, just let him go. Because you have to date for purpose and not for pleasure. And that's the biggest problem in our community today. A lot of women date for pleasure. When you date for purpose, then you know that your purpose are in line with each other. But when you date for pleasure, it's going to be pleasure all the way through. There'll be no solid concrete. There'll be no investment. You see, relationship is like an investment. If you pour into it, you make a lot of profit. But if you don't invest into it, nothing's going to come out of it. So it's all about choosing the right guy. Don't wait for the guy who is 70%. No, get a guy who is 60%. By the time you spend a year or 2 with him, it becomes 80. If a guy is 80% perfect, that's a pass. That's excellent mark for you. The other 20, you can deal with it.
Well, that's what we was talking about with the you have to be able to, if you do find someone attractive and a bit, like if you are down with a personality, but it's other things that they're lacking, it's okay for them, for you to help them grow or watch them grow, or be with them while they're growing. But to start from 0 to end to 100, that's different. But that comes with the levels where you're not going to find 100%. You may find 60, and then in a couple of years he or she will become 80, like you said.
Yes. You see me. I never believe that anybody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I've got my own flaws, right? But there's certain qualities that you expect from an adult, which is integrity and focusedness and consistency. These 3 things, because if you don't have any, if there's no consistency, then you cannot start. And if you're not focused, you won't finish.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you don't have to get a guy from zero. No, get a guy who has a dream, who has plans, whose plans aligns with yours. Forget about being attractive. Forget about being 6 feet or whatever, tall, big, blah blah blah. That doesn't put food on the table. Let me tell you right here, right? When I was much young, I was like a bull in the candy shop. I was all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
After 6 months with a woman, man, you cannot see her like anything else. You just see her for who she is. The whole excitement dies off. Same applies to men.
Mm-hmm.
A guy is tall, good looking, blah blah. Man, after 6 months of knocking, man, you don't see that looks anymore. Now, what you want to see is solid quality, not quantity but quality. You know, so you have to be mindful who you choose, and also age helps as well. You know, so you have to choose the right person, and then bring them over. Make sure they are on your program. Make sure that they're family man.
Don, let me ask you. Let me ask you. Go ahead. Finish up, Don. Finish your thought.
No, go on, bro. Go on.
I want to ask you one last question before I let you go. You tell me this. Answer this question. Does every man need a woman, and does every woman need a man?
We don't need anybody. We want somebody.
Okay.
When a woman tells me, "Those I need you," man, that's red flag there and then. I'm gone. Don't need me. Want me. Because if you need me, that means you are a red flag. You have issues. You have problems. You want me to be your boyfriend? You want me to be your husband? You want me to be your psychiatrist? You want me to be your father? Hell no. You gotta come on. You gotta come fixed up. You gotta come correct. So want me and I want you. Because when you want people, then you give not 50-50. You give 100-100. I don't do 50-50. I do 100-100. I give you 100, give me 100 back.
Truth. Don, thank you for calling out, brother. We appreciate you. We want you to stay healthy and well and stay in the comment section.
Anytime, bro. I just want to shout out to my wife here, Granny.
Yeah, Granny.
I'll call quit out.
She missed you. Yeah, she always asks about you.
I missed her, man. I missed her.
She been asking, man. She asked about you all the time, though. She wouldn't wonder where you at, man. Get in the comment chat room and talk to Granny, man. Go ahead, man. Shout out to me back. Granny and Don.
But like, okay, so right. So Liz, right? To survive, we don't need anyone. To live, we need a mate, right? I believe like
companionship. No, we
usually say like we don't need a man or I don't need a woman, but
and Noli, don't go nowhere, Noli. I'm gonna address you.
I think like, you know, to for functioning families to be strong and to generate strong functioning children, to procreate and to have lasting marriages.
This is Liz, Erica, right? Because I'm gonna address her.
Yes, because
Liz, how you would have that beautiful family, some beautiful grandkids, that beautiful without a man in your life? You wouldn't have none of that without a partner in your life. That beautiful union you had or have now is because of a companionship. So you can't say that. That's everything. Love is everything. You can't take without love. You can't function. Love is what makes people wake up in the morning and want to go about their day because they know at the end of the day they got something to fall back on. Without that, nothing is you have nothing.
Isn't that like the life goal though, to be with someone for a long period of time? You know, like we say we don't need a man. Look,
no, everyone needs somebody.
I need a man.
Huh?
I want a man and I need a man.
All right, let me ask you a question then. Since we saying that, and ladies, y'all can comment in chat section. What is it about a man that you need? What do you
everything?
No.
You're just talking about.
What about a man makes you happy? Like what do you like? Like what is it? Is it the way he talks to you, the way he caresses you, the way he makes you feel special?
It's all of that. It's never going to be one thing. It's treatment.
Exactly.
It's treatment. It's conversation. It's you know, his mind. It's also the physical.
Can a friend do that?
No, I mean, not if you want them to continue to be a friend. I don't think that the whole getting that kind of affection from a friend is a good idea if you want your friendship. Some people are able to do it. I tried it once and it just you know, we're no longer friends.
Because he wanted to step into the next
because somebody is going to always want to take it where it's not supposed to be going. So
men have different intentions. I'm sorry, ladies. I just want to let y'all know that.
I want the truth.
Come on, Liz, bring yourself.
Awesome. Erica.
Erica, what up? Salute.
Erica.
What up?
Welcome.
Hey, Liz.
How come? Am I watching? Like, am I on a delay on y'all? Let me see.
It probably is. Like, you might want to turn your TV, your whatever system you're using down. Just talk over the phone.
Nah, I think I'm watching behind what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Are you on the TV or if you on the TV or the laptop, it's probably behind because my TV is it usually goes slower.
Oh, I don't know. I was on my phone, but what was y'all on right now? Because I was looking at when the glam said, what do you like from a man, or why do you need a man?
Yeah,
that's what you was just asking.
Yeah, I was asking. I was like, what do you like about what about a man makes you feel good? Like, I'm just trying to put it out there so ladies can know why a man is worthwhile. What do you ladies like about having a man in your life? The good, positive.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, for me, it's like it's a balance of everything I'm not and a little bit of what I am. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no balance or benefit in being with somebody that's just like you. You don't learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Not really helping each other. That's like pointless. So yeah, I'm a very emotional person, not only as a woman, but as a Cancer, things that have gone on in my life. So I would need a man that's logical. Most men are. So just the things that I'm not strong in, you know what I mean? Logic, discipline in certain areas of life, whether it's saving money, sacrificing, I'm the type of person if I want something, I want it now. I want to go on a trip, I want to go, but sometimes it's like, bless you. You know what I'm saying? Your partner, and it could go the other way. So I can't see the chat, and I'm not about to argue with anybody about, I could do that, I could just plan. I'm talking from my perspective, and I'm trying to give qualities, speak, highly of a man, right? Everybody's different. But yeah, like my first marriage, I didn't work. I was home with the babies, and it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? He was the provider. He didn't see the money. I managed the bills. Everything was paid. Everybody's clothing. We have food, our car note, our insurance. Whatever we needed, we had. Whatever we wanted to do, we did. We lived in Virginia. We took many road trips to see family. The kids were spoiled. Meals were cooked, and so there's nothing wrong if that's your agreement to have roles. Things are different now. Everything's expensive. Most people work. Okay, no problem. But we both gonna work, then maybe we should both cook. Maybe I cook 4 days a week. You cook one. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of have to personalize it to whatever your union is.
Now, Liz, why weren't you working? Was it a choice he made or you made, or both you made?
We both made that choice at the time. I mean, we were very young parents. It didn't make sense for me to get an entry-level job at 18, 19 with I was 19, 20 with two babies. It didn't make sense to get an entry-level job, pay childcare for two kids, and most of my money was going to go to childcare when I could take care of my own children. I had a little bit of trust issues too. I could take care of the home. I could take care of my man. I could have the energy to be available for him. When he came home, he actually worked like 2 jobs, sometimes 3 if he needed to. So at the end of the day, that worked for us, until we divorced, of course. But aside from his infidelity, he was a great husband. He was a great provider. He was a great family man. Family oriented. You know what I mean? He didn't clean per se, but he will tidy up. He'll walk in and pick up toys and put this where it belongs. Like, it's one hand washes the other. We get so caught up in specifics of he should do this or she should do that. And it's like, really, it's just a matter of balancing each other out. Like, if I know you're a great dishwasher, okay, then I'll cook every day. You gonna wash the dishes? No problem. I'll cook. You know what I mean? Your bed, your kitchen's clean. Everybody's happy. Everybody put in the kitchen, but that doesn't mean everybody got to cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my kids, their man can't cook, but she'll have him chop up vegetables. She'll have him rinse up some rice. She'll have him grease all the things in the high cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Get me this spice, get me that spice. There's things you could do to have balance in your relationship. There's no one blueprint for real. It's just first of all, you gotta understand yourself. You gotta understand what your strengths are and what your flaws are and what your weaknesses are, so that you know what to look for in a partner that can actually balance you out and complement you.
Yeah. I look at it as like a zipper. You gotta fill in where your partner doesn't, and
I love that.
Because fill it in, you're closed, you're secure. So, everybody's not gonna be at 100%. Some of us,
right.
all of us, we come in at one level and we leave at another. Now, some of y'all leave at lower levels, but the majority of us leave at a higher level. And then that's where the expectations differ, and then standards, and then those things get higher.
Right. And that's why it's important to take time in between relationships, because whether you lost a part of yourself or went backwards in whatever capacity, or you got stronger or smarter or wiser, it's important to take the time in between relationships to acknowledge that, because then you have to adjust your expectations going into the next relationship. Exactly. And be realistic about who you are now. And sometimes let's say you regress a little bit in whatever capacity, you take a little bit of time to remember who the F you are, get yourself back right, and because also we kind of attract what we are in the sense of like strength, worthiness, security, in yourself. So you want to be your best self before you go trying to add someone else to your life, because you want someone of value. You know what I mean? Not someone that's also low and you low, and now you're both low and looking at each other crazy.
Right. Or just imagine, even if you're going for somebody who's not low, like, is that how you want somebody to come in your relationship, where you up here, you making shit happen, you're happy, then you come out, that's like getting with a guy that just came out of jail. Now you down here. Like,
yeah. It's it's a lot. And I was also gonna say, like, it's important. I just say accountability and self-awareness is super important, because what my expectations were or desires were in my 20s are different than my 30s, different than my 40s, and based on your life experiences. You know what I'm saying? So we have to constantly do a check-in of our own self. Who am I? What am I like? What are my desires, etc. Because you can't be dusting off that same list from 10 years ago. Like, this is the type of man I want. Because, homegirl, are you the woman that man is looking for? Are you the woman that man is requiring? That's the other part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say I want this, that, and the other. I think Granny has said it. Everything that she asks for, she provides as well. And that's important. Like, I can make a list all I want to about what I want in a man, but it's like I have to also kind of take into consideration that man. What do I believe or think do I believe I will qualify for that man? Is that man, when he makes his list, if he's past going to say things that I fit into about the woman he wants. You know what I mean? Like we focus so much on what the person should be and what they should be doing, but it's like, am I worthy? Am I qualified? Am I prepared? Because sometimes you can have money, you can have independence, you can be loyal, but are you emotionally equipped? Are you emotionally aware? Are you emotionally intelligent? Are you able to take constructive criticism to continue to grow? You know what I'm saying? Are you open to moving because he's successful? So, but he might have opportunity across the world. Are you willing to go with him? Leave your family in the state. You understand? There's different things to consider. When looking at what it is we want.
And self-awareness and self-awareness comes before accountability, because you have to know. Now, self-awareness, accountability doesn't automatically come with self-awareness, because accountability is you wanting to change something, you knowing, and you're going to put in the effort to change whatever it is that you notice that you're taking responsibility for, that you're doing or not doing, or things that you do need to change. So, you know, it's different steps, you know, and like Liz said, jumping in from one relationship to the next one, you need that time, whether it be a man or a woman. We all need that little break to be by ourselves, to try to figure out what went wrong. And even if you do know what went wrong, you know, how much of you was wrong in that situation, because it's not going to always just be 100% on the other person.
And I'm going to add to that too. It might not be that anything was wrong with either party. It's just that y'all were not the one for each other. And sometimes when something doesn't work out with a person, we get so down and out, right? Like, why didn't it work out? What did he do? What did I do? And it's like, nah, that just wasn't my person. Like, if we really sit back and consider, like, there's one person for everybody in this world, and maybe there's two or three, whatever, right? I was married twice, but there's only one person for me. If that's true, then every person that I date or get into a so-called relationship with is not supposed to work. It's only supposed to work with one. So sometimes it's not always that something went wrong. It's like, oh, this is the package that I am. They're that package, and we just don't. Or I'm the puzzle piece, he's that puzzle piece, and we don't fit together. It's not the perfect fit. It's a decent fit. You know, sometimes you could finagle a puzzle piece to fit, like that's it. But it's not really the piece, and you know it's not really the piece. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes that as well. It's like, you know what? That just wasn't my forever, and that's okay. He's still a cool person. He's still put together, because you like him for a reason. Something attracted to you, to that person. Something attracted him to you. So it doesn't necessarily always have to be that somebody messed up. Sometimes it's just we're not forever for each other,
Right.
and it's okay to take, you know, my current self into the next situation.
Right.
Liz, I want you to close out this question. I got a question for you, okay? So you said with the things you wanted at 30, you wouldn't want at 40, right? Because you're grown, you have a whole new perspective on how. So how does that? So with having kids involved in that, how does that change with that as well? Like, what are your expectations from a man when now kids are involved? Like from when you are single with nobody, now you have kids, and now you're looking for somebody. What are now your expectations from a man as far as involving your kids now, having kids in your life? Like, what is that? How's that play out?
It's layered, and I think it's sorry, I took medicine for a migraine. It's so for me, my children, my boys are 13. The rest are grown. So I don't, and their father is in their life. We co-parent 50-50 everything, right? So I don't need a father role for my children. So the expectation for me would definitely be respect, right? Respecting my children, respecting that, yes, we are a package deal. No, you don't have to be their dad or stepdad, and we never pressure kids to call anybody anything. You can call them Mr. Such and Such. You can call them dad. That's kid's choice. But yeah, respect, having a relationship with the kid, and really that's it. At the most I would expect would be mentor, because no matter what, it takes a village. So my grown children help with the little children. You know what I'm saying? I help with the grandchildren. Our friends help with the children. So it would be no different. A man coming into my life, you're coming into our circle. If you remember the movie Fockers. So the expectation is for you to participate what our village does. So whether it's my son, my daughter-in-law, my bonus daughter, my grandkid, if someone needs something and you're the only one available, yes, I would like for you to be the one to go to the store and buy the Pedialyte, but not because you're my man, because you're a part of the unit. You know what I'm saying? But other people would have a different expectation. If that's the picture for the kids, that woman might want a man that's willing to step in and be dad and take the role. So that's just not mine specifically. It's not a requirement.
It's basically like the same things we ask for in a relationship, with a plus of participating. And like she said, if the kids have a father in their life, no, not to play daddy or even stepdaddy, but to still be respectful, loving and loyal and protecting and all that of my children as well now.
But that could be a gift and a curse, because sometimes you got Liz. I don't know how you are, but no, Liz, no disrespect, but you sound like you're so family orientated that you might choose your family over a man. I'm no disrespect. I'm just this is me, but that's not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, it's like you're so family orientated that it's like if a man told you, listen, Liz, you're too much involved in your grandkids and all that. I need this attention. It's like you might like, okay, you got to hold back. You got to fall back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he wouldn't even feel that way because.
What?
Well, once upon a time, yes. And this is why it's important to take time with yourself, because yes, absolutely. I was hyper protective and hyper independent and this, that had a lot to do with my traumas and my past and my trust issues. Now, I would honestly, because first of all, damn, you asked me one question to wrap me up. First of all, I'm dating to marry. We're not even dating anybody. But the point is that if I want this person, if I'm looking for a mate, a life partner, then essentially, yes, I'm going to treat every situation as if this is my life partner. So if he said that to me, I'm going to break down the concern he's bringing to me. Because now I need to know, are you controlling, or do you have a healthy dose of jealousy? And also, do you have a valid point that we can talk this through and figure it out? Because let me tell you something, my kids and my grandkids call, I'm running. However, that's not always healthy, because even me as a single person, sometimes I am putting them above me, you know, taking PTO, leaving work early. So I've had to kind of pull back and set some boundaries as well. Like, I really can't leave right now because I got to finish my work day. So if I'm setting that boundary for myself, I could do that for my partner if he brought that to my attention respectfully, and it in conversation turns out to be a valid concern, if that makes sense. Now, if he's trying to give an ultimatum and he's like, I'm out, okay, sir, you can go. But no, I would be willing to at least have the conversation. I would have to break that down, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's like more.
All right, we got to open up the lines, man. We got the people on call up, Liz. Thank you, Liz, for your expertise, and we need you in the comment section. Huh?
I think that's more like in the beginning stage, because if you had a good relationship with them and you know all that stuff that was going well in the relationship, usually the man is going to fall into place, and if he has kids, you fall into place.
Yeah, but you fall into place, but for so much, like you go into a relationship. I'm not saying you have no ties to these kids. These kids have fathers, whatever. You go into a relationship because you want to be with a woman, not with her kids or grandkids. You want time with this one. You want time with this woman. So It's not your kids. Like
the acceptance though. So some men accept it and some don't.
but you're right. Some people don't. Yeah, it depends. You right.
Yeah, it just right. It just depends on
Yeah.
the person.
But
And
that can't be your dedication. You can't. It can't be your ultimate goal is to be that grandmother or just a provider for. You gotta sometimes make time for yourself because you're ignoring the person that really means more to you than people that's going to eventually have their own lives and they're going to forget about you eventually. And then you're
not even forget about you, but they're gonna have their own lives.
But yeah, they got no time for you. So it's,
because they have their own lives,
exactly.
And it's not purposely, but because it's
life.
It's natural.
But
people also have to remember that when you get with someone, that is now your family. That is now your immediate family.
Yeah.
So y'all getting into arguments and shit because the mother-in-law and then the stepkids and this person and that person, y'all have to realize that y'all got to stick together because y'all are now the family. Yeah, you have family and relatives or whatever, but your newfound immediate family is your mate. And that goes for with your big kids as well. Once your kids are adults, they're your kids, yeah, but your mate is your mate, and that again is your family. So I mean, it just depends on the person or the people.
You gotta have that nigga that they gotta have that. You gotta pick a man that want to step in and know his role. Like you said, you gotta know your role. You gotta know who you step into. And you gotta.
I mean, because it goes for if he has children too. The woman is the same thing for the woman.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
you're right.
It's the same thing because whether he has his kids 100% or if he just sees them on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And that's my point. That's the point. That's the point we're making.
Yeah.
No kids make their families and they out, leaving the caregiver to be on their own with nobody to love because they focused on the other families, not on their personal selves.
Yeah. My grandmother used to always say, "Stop calling her, leave my mother alone, and stop saying my son's name so much. Like, stop calling him because eventually." My grandmother and my mother, they're gonna be gone, and my son is gonna have a life, and I'm gonna be left alone. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to want more. You have to get with others. Yes, these are your family. This is your kids, your mother, your grandmother, whatever. But when you have your man or your woman, that's who you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life. If that's what y'all choose,
Exactly.
Whether y'all are married or just in a long-term relationship, but ultimately, that is supposed to be the goal.
Ladies got to know when to do this when it comes to family, grandchildren, and your job is done. Your job is done. I'm on my own. I'm living my life. I have to do me. I have to find someone that's going to, provide for me and help me live the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got y'all's, I got to get mine.
Yeah.
I can't always be the caregiver. I can't always be the, do your grandma things when you need to, but but you gotta.
Yeah. That was my grandmother's point. Yeah, you have to be able to have something of your own so that you're not in anybody else's space and everybody else's business, and everybody else's business becomes yours. Like, where's your life? Where's your stuff? Where's what you have? Your kids are fucking grown.
That's why all the grandmas know the gossip and all the tea because they're all in the family business and shit. And they, you know what I mean? Like,
and I'm feeling I'm feeling the words that she said.
A mother job is done, Granny. Mother job at a certain point is done. Your kids are 40 and 30s. Your job has to be done.
No. Our job is never done.
For little things, not. But for as far as overall, just showing up.
Because once you have a life, you have a life.
You're not 24/7.
Your big adult kids, they want us to live our lives.
Listen. Your job is done if you take your kid from start to finish,
and they're successful, and
there's nothing else you can do. Your job is done.
Successful, living well.
The role should be reversed at that point, Granny. They should be helping you out, not you helping them out. But I know some things happen where it's not always the case. But that's how I feel that it should be. It should be, even 50. It could be even 50-50. Y'all helping each other out. So I mean. But I understand what you're saying. A mother,
Yeah, your kids are always your kids. Absolutely.
got that thing for their child that they'll never give up on them or never let, or always going to be for them, and that's understandable. But
right, like Liz said, we're going to stop, drop, and roll. Like we're going to stop what we're doing for. I don't have any grandchildren yet, but we're going to stop for our children and for our grandchildren. So yeah, our children are going to always be our children, and then their children are going to be our children too. But just at the point where, you know, when you are leaving your grandchildren with your children in their own homes, even if they're in another state, when you come home, it will be nice to have somebody to come home to.
Definitely.
You know, with no arguments, no, just a happy place.
If not, we're gonna be calling y'all. They're gonna be calling y'all and talking to y'all for 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, y'all don't want that. You know, we're granting position. You know,
my childhood friends are aunties. They have conversations with my grown kids when needed. My grown kids discipline their younger siblings. My older brother has gotten involved. The kids that, yeah. It's nice. You know, we all don't have childhood friends have been doing that. Yeah. But you know, we all aren't fortunate to have you know, such a close knit with family. And I'm just speaking personally. So my circle and my village for my son is more of you know, people that I have met along the way, and a lot of my childhood friends, and most of all, my son has had the same mentors for the last 8.5 years. And I keep it that way because if he didn't, there'll be no other men in his life. So, you know, we get our villages from where we get them, and the village is always necessary. So, ladies, don't, you know, you may be able to do it on your own, but it's a great thing to have help from other people.
absolutely. I totally agree. I think I know what you're talking about. I make a deal kid figures out their own, but I'm still here. Yeah.
As you should. As you should.
Is it a guilt thing? Is it guilt? Is it like, as far as needing to be there because you brought them into this world? You feel that, you know, I have.
Yeah, because sometimes it's either
the mother role ends at a certain time. I think a mother role is over at a certain time with your kids.
Absolutely no, it's not. You know, it's not.
Yes, it does.
No, it's not, because you know, advice.
25 to 30.
You can't get advice.
You can give advice. Anyone can give advice. You can give advice to somebody.
I don't want advice from anyone. I want it from my mother. You know, or what? Yeah, if I need a babysitter, I don't want a stranger. If my mother's willing to do it.
No. See, then you're burdening your mother.
No, it's not, because I'm taking my kid back.
But she don't want to. But
I'm not asking her to stay home from work. You watch my kid while I go to Miami.
What do you want her to watch? Where you going?
What do you mean? Where am I going?
Where you going?
I might be going out on a date with my husband, or I might be going out on a date with a date.
You pay for a babysitter. You don't.
I might be going to school. I might be working my second job. I mean, who the hell knows? But no, a parent's job. You are never going to listen. Just like a mother's job is never done, a father's job, a hands-on father's job is never done. Your job is never going to be done with your son. You're not going to ever see him struggle.
We're not going to coddle them. We're not going to fucking.
You're not going to see him struggle either, though. You're not going to see him struggle.
That's why the goal is from infancy to adulthood. We put them in a position where that's not even the case. We don't got to worry about them. We let them go.
Problems come though. You don't know what may happen.
There's spots where you take care of them, but you're not. It's not something you're going to take it to the end of the day. You're not going to take care of your kids to the end. Like every day is going to be a problem. You got to come in certain instances.
But I don't think that's what we were speaking about, though. I don't think that she was taking it that far as taking care of them. I don't think it was that.
Some women prefer to do that. Some women prefer just to be that mother every day, baby their child, especially mothers.
Well, they need to see somebody. They need to talk to somebody, and so do their children. But that's not like, I don't think that was this conversation that we were having. I think we were having more of the, elevated one. We're raising our children to be great.
Fill out, Granny. Well, my 20-year-old had to come with me because he had battling cancer and the loss of a finger, as usual.
Yeah, things happen.
Exactly. Things do happen.
This conversation wasn't as far as like we're raising losers.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. I'm just saying.
So things happen to our children. They go away to college, they get their careers, they move to another state, they have their families. Things happen, and it's out of their control. It's no problem with parents stepping in and helping their children. It's not like they're asking, pay my mortgage, until I get on my feet, but then they slacking.
You said it takes a village. But it's not a burden. There's a difference. We're not indebted to you. At a certain time we can, we're here, but we don't have to be, on speed dial every other day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you raise your children right, you won't. We won't be.
Exactly. You can't fall on your parents 24/7. You can't.
Yeah, we can't do that, people. That's the point of growing and glowing. That's the point of becoming an adult, where you have to lean on yourself.
Exactly. You can't rely. You can't fall on your parents. You got to figure it out. If all else fails, then you can make a phone call. But other than that, you got to figure it out. You know what I mean?
And what the hell? You should want to.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. I had to jump on ask my mom for some help a couple of times. But but for the most part, I got my shit together, and I said, "Yo, I'm never asking my mom for nothing ever. Nothing, a dime, nothing. If anything, I'm gonna give her money." You know what I'm saying?
And some of us can stay true to that. And again, then you go with where maybe something happened that was out of their control. But if you are just doing it just to fucking do it because your parents are taking, like, there's many grown men and women who's just leeching off of parents.
Absolutely. We're not in the world. Absolutely.
And the parent is doing it, and you looking at them like, yo, what's going on? And then you always come to work complaining, but you go home and do the same shit you complained about year after year after year after year.
But they'll be the same kids blaming their parents for the way they are.
Yeah.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So you can't win. You can't win. But I don't blame a mother, granny. I don't blame a mother for sticking their neck out for their kids. You got to do that. You always got to be a parent at the end of the day.
But yeah, we're never going to. We don't want to. Our children won't suffer.
God forbid you have a parent and they don't want to help you. That's a sad thing. That's like wow.
Then you have people like that who
how can you live with yourself?
Have great relationships with their parents, and the parents just really don't be caring. But that goes back to like when we were growing up. Like, I'm sure you have friends whose parents kicked them out the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I used to. That I don't know. That used to just be so bugged out to me. Like, how do you kick your teenager out the house?
Well, we call them life lessons. We call them lessons. Like, we call those, put them out on their own, see how they survive. You know what I'm saying? See how you could figure it out in the real world. That's what we did. You know what I mean? Because we didn't do that maliciously. We did that because we knew they were going to come back. Well, not we, but I wasn't that person. Then we knew that eventually they're going to know that being outside wasn't the thing that they wanted, and they will come back. Understanding that, I need to do better and I need to stay home and I don't need to be out there. So that's why they did it. They didn't have no other way to do it. What else would they had no other recourse? Like, what other, options they had? Who can they call? All they could do is kick them out, because at the end of the day, that person was probably affecting the household with other kids involved and being that example, fucking the kids up. That's already there, making their minds like, oh, okay, this wild, she's wilding. I'm a wild out too. You got to get rid of you got to get rid of the toxic energy out the house. So that's
I'm not a fan of throwing your kids out. I'm not a fan of kicking your kids out.
If your kid is smacking you in the face and fighting you every day,
but something went wrong, because why the fuck is your kid slapping you in your face? Something went wrong. My son is not going to be slapping you in my face.
Maybe not just son, but you have it's different factors that play into that. I mean, You know, you might have
and that's when you see a problem, you see an issue, you fix that shit so it doesn't escalate.
You can't come on
like
now, Vince. You know, come on now, Vince. How many black families have issues? It's toxic.
Yeah, many do. But that's because
Yeah.
they're not. When we was growing up, our parents really like they aren't
It was
parents
toxic
like
back
we
then.
parent. We're more in our children's lives. Our parents was always at work.
You're right.
You know?
You're absolutely right.
So it's different. I'm just saying, like these kids right now, us raising our children, we know more signs to look out for, you know, because we went through that.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, my son is not slapping me. If I see an issue, if I see he's walking around with an attitude, I want to know what's up with him. I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not going to, you know, and I have time to not ignore it because I'm not always at work. So, you know, I don't know. I just think that when you see red flags, but Liz, to add to your the dating question, if we're females meeting men, we gotta add those are great things, but we should add kids as well because if they have kids, I need to know how you are with your children. Thank you, Liz. So are you.
Listen, I think we're in an era where, God forbid, you got kids that's young right now. It's rough, you know.
And then you see, remember, an example, that little white boy that was on Dr. Phil that slapped the shit out of his mother twice.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the first time he slapped her. Why didn't she fix that shit when he first slapped her? Or when he even, why didn't she?
You know why? You know why?
She hit her cheek.
You know why? What color was she?
Hey, Lamont.
She was. Oh, what's up? She was
saying for whatever race.
You know,
okay,
no, forever race because different cultures we discipline differently. White people take the shit. Black people we whipping ass, and we dealing with consequences later. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. You know.
I think that some black parents or colored folk, you know, it does happen, but I think it is more with them. Where that happens, you might have the kids
I'll be honest with you.
Colored families, you know, being just disrespectful verbally.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Not single parent kids. Only children are less to get in trouble than kids with parents with multiple kids because it's tough, especially with single mothers. When you got
say that one more time.
If a single mother has multiple kids, opposed to one with one kid, that it's more likely they're gonna get in trouble than a parent with one kid because she has so much on her plate that you can't raise 3 kids by yourself without a father figure. They're most likely to go out there and do bad shit and get into trouble.
It is possible.
It is possible.
But
imagine.
I get what you're saying, but it is possible. It's possible.
It's tough. It's tough for single parents.
That's the word right there.
It's tough. It's tough for single parents. You know, it's tough.
And it may be easier with one kid, but when you have that one kid is all you know. So it's tough for you.
Exactly. So you put it all into them. So me and you, Vince, we're the same. We all have one kid. We put it all into our kid. We make sure our kid is going to a good school. He's acting right. We got no worries about our kids. You know what I'm saying? Imagine we do another one to the plate now. Like, oh man, we got another kid now. Okay, I gotta make sure of this, and I got this one. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? I give it up for parents that got multiple kids. It's hard with no parent, no father figure. You know. But who you blame? You blame the father. You blame the mother. Who you blame?
At some point, you know, you just gotta stop blaming and do what you do. If you're gonna be the mother to raise your kid, do it right.
It's hard in marriage with multiple children too. I get it. You're absolutely right. I agree. Kids can still be wilding out with a husband and a mother and the father. They can still be wilding out. They're no different. Because you know why? Because the husband's working hard. He's barely home because he's working to pay the bills. The mother might be home seldomly, but you know, she might have a part-time. And these kids are out there doing what they have to do, and they living in the streets, you know. So I get it, you know.
But you know what? I give respect now for the last. I'm gonna be honest with you. Since I had my son, I have been seeing men like really, really stepping up and being like, yo, when I used to take my son to pre-K and kindergarten, my heart used to just always sink because I always seen so many dads there with their kids. And men have really stepped it up. They're in their children. Like, I don't know any deadbeat fathers. Like, I don't know any deadbeat fathers.
That's good.
I know. I don't. My correction. I know some, but they're not in my circle. They're not any. They're no one that that I have daily conversations with, or that I care to even spend time with. But anyone that is close to me, I don't know any deadbeats. If they don't have their children, they're fighting for them. And I like that I see so many men picking their kids up from school, taking them to school, doing the extracurricular activities with them on Saturdays and Sundays, up at tournaments and boxing matches and basketball games. That shit is dope. And I used to be so sad, like, and my son used to always want to ask me to do shit that he's seen kids with they. Mom, can you put me on your shoulders? And I'm like,
it's bad.
You know, like, damn. But you know, but I just wanted to show some love to all of the men that are in their children's lives and that are sticking it out through, you know, when you put in the between the rock and the hard place and y'all still fighting. You know, shout out to y'all.
We're showing men are talking about the expectation challenges, and we need the mom's voice too. Men are done dirty. We need to do a show with men. Just come out here and just talking about their trials, because most men go through more trials than anything because of the woman. It is what it is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we just put a platform for people to voice their opinions. I would like, yeah, we got a number of women here today, you know, but it's what it is. The platform's here. You want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But yeah, damn, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yes, Liz, we giving them their flowers. We have to. We have to, yeah.
We definitely got
that's why we need men. That's why we do.
Shout out to Kel. Shout out to my people I know. Red.
Shout out to you.
I only fuck with real men that do real things. I don't fuck with no deadbeat. I don't fuck with that. I can't fuck with a man that's a deadbeat. Like, I can't, nigga, you ain't taking care of your children. I can't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Because that shows, you know, my character. Like, I can't.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know,
that's like being around a whole, you know, being around a man that cheats on his wife when you married, and he, you know, bringing the girl around, and you don't say anything. You don't say nothing to this man at all. Like, that says something about you if you're allowing that in your.
Wait. That's none of my business.
Yes, it is, Glam. It is.
If you cheat on your wife, that's none of my business. Now, you ain't taking care of your kids.
It's something that you. I'm not saying that you bring it out to the public, but it is something that you speak to your friend about. Yeah, it is.
Because I might be doing the same shit. I'm gonna throw those.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So forget it. That's another conversation. And forget
exactly. That's why I won't speak on that.
Then forget it. Yeah, because that wasn't even my point. Was
to keep it real. You don't want to be. Listen. You want
a man's perspective? That's a different conversation.
You being a woman, I'm being a man. I'm talking from a man's perspective. Let's be honest. Let's keep it on it. Anyway, thank you for joining Truth Be Told podcast. I hope you had a good time. It's your
exactly, Noli. Like, what the hell? I didn't even expect for him to say that.
What? Are you serious?
Right. No, exactly. No, you're not going to
jump me in here. You're not going to jump me in here. You're not going to jump me in here.
His cup must be empty.
No. You're not going to jump me in here. Like,
his cup must be empty.
So you telling me, yo, you're not going to do this. So where my man at? Yo, I'm being jumped.
No, like, he's out of control.
Yeah. You want me to think like a woman? I'm not gonna think like a woman.
That's not thinking like a woman, Glam. That's thinking like another married person.
Why you cheating on your wife, yo? You shouldn't be cheating on your wife. Well, that's a fat ass right there. Come on, y'all wilding. Yo,
what?
We can continue this conversation tomorrow. We
coming back tomorrow?
You want to come back tomorrow? How's it you? It's tomorrow Thursday.
Let's see what's going on.
I don't know. Something going on tomorrow.
He said, yo, for real. That's why we need him to have his cup full, because he.
Y'all want us to come back tomorrow? DM me. We'll come back tomorrow. DM me.
Like, out of control. He said, "What if I'm doing the same thing?" What?
I need men in here. I can't do nothing with y'all ladies. I'm not gonna do this tonight. We're not doing that. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Y'all not gonna jump me because number one, right? Y'all don't want the truth, but it is what it is.
That's a sad truth.
It is what it is. You want to? Don't you cheat on your wife? Don't you cheat on your wife? Don't you? You better love your wife. You better respect that queen.
Why do you have to make it sound that way?
How dare you cheat on your wife?
And no, that's not the choice of
She had 3 kids with you and you said, I love y'all. She'll do anything for y'all.
Out of control. What
you better get on your knees when she get home and hug her like she never been. Come on now. Nigga, while he going, and while when you're finished hugging her, call me because I need an excuse for me to leave my side chick house. I need to act like there's a fire going on in my house. Some shit like
that's a damn shame. So that you wouldn't need to talk to him because clearly that's what y'all do in y'all little circle.
Listen, you want real shit? I'm gonna give you real shit. I'm gonna sugarcoat nothing for y'all. Get out of here. No, I'm not sugarcoating shit.
Or married,
no diggity.
A lot of married men don't think that way.
You say that to me, Granny. Oh wait, who said that? Noli. I'm sorry, Noli. Granny, come. Noli, I'm very offended by what you just said. I'm very offended. You are as toxic as it comes.
Damn, it's full of baloney.
I'm very offended by that comment, and I take offense to what you just said. I'm very offended. Very offended.
Glam just being here saying shit. This is a happily married man.
Ladies,
that's what I'm saying. Like these men cannot listen to Glam.
Y'all ladies, listen. If we come back tomorrow, I'm gonna have some men in here to defend me. We're gonna have some men in this room tomorrow. If we come back tomorrow, y'all better, y'all ladies, y'all gonna jump me no more.
I know someone who personally had to check his homeboy because the man was bringing all his side.
Cornball
to party.
He's a cornball. That nigga's a cornball. He's a cornball.
It wasn't just him. It was the other ones that collectively they spoke to him. Because like, dude, we out here with our wives and because they bring their wives everywhere to the parties.
So what? If you want to live his life single, if you want to act single in the streets, let him act single in the streets. That's all him.
Nah. Yeah, CO is not gonna be down. I don't know about Kel.
I will have CO and Kel here tomorrow. They will both be here tomorrow. I'll have them relationships.
No, Glam doesn't live the life that he speaks of.
What life?
He does. So
you won't have my wife here tomorrow. You won't never have my wife.
Yeah, he doesn't. She will ask him why is he speaking.
My wife won't be in this trap room. My wife don't. She don't know she don't even know I have a podcast. My wife thinks I'm working right now.
No. Yeah, he's not gonna say this nonsense in front of her.
Yeah, don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm the troll.
Believe it.
I'm just trolling. I'm not trolling. Yeah, but see, y'all ladies ain't gonna know what to do when I have men in this chat room. Y'all gonna be scared.
Exactly, Liz.
Yeah. What you saying tomorrow? All right, yo. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We out of here. Listen.
Good night, you guys. Thank you.
Good night. I thank y'all for joining. Comment, like all the posts we do, and comment on this post after we repost this and share it, please. And if y'all want us to come back tomorrow, hit me on the DM. Don't penetrate the toxic shit, Glenn. Don't perpetuate. Agreed. Y'all ladies, y'all just bad, yo. Just leave me alone. Why y'all just leave me alone, yo? Damn.
Nah, because we gotta get you like balance.
No. We're gonna get some men in here tomorrow. Hopefully, balance. All right, y'all. So it's a Truth Be Told podcast. We out.
Right, y'all.